Hey, folks, it's Dave here in a very wet and rainy Studio B. Well, it's been wet and rainy. In fact, I'm not even going to play tomorrow because the place has problems when it rains. That's all I'm going to say. It's a rainy day. So it's a rainy day. It's going to be raining all day tomorrow, so I have a night off and a day off. That is going to allow for some things to happen, though. Tomorrow at noon, Saturday, expected to come on here live and record our show live talking about conferences. So if you're around tomorrow noon, it's Saturday, May 10th, stop on by, especially if it's your first time going to a conference. We're going to talk all about conferences tomorrow, and that will probably be our last show leading up into the conference because I got to start packing up the studio on Tuesday and Wednesday. I need to run some tests on the laptop to make sure everything's going. So that'll be like a Wednesday, Thursday thing. And then again, Friday morning, as soon as I get home from work, I'm going to pack the truck and hit the road. And that's going to be that. So it's going to be a busy week here in Studio B. But for the weekend, we're going to still have some fun as Carrie comes by. Good to see you. And what are we going to do here today? Let's go here. What do we got? All right. We are playing some Stone Cold Hockey tonight. Been a while since I played this one as Matt comes by as well. Hi, Matt. Happy Friday to you. And this is one of the games that I have it on the computer and on the tabletop, and I just prefer the tabletop. It's just a fun game to roll here on your desk. So I have the 1978-79 season. I have Philadelphia at Vancouver. And I'm going to play a little bit here tonight. It's been a while since I played this game here on the tabletop, but we're going to get it up tonight. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes. I kind of did a practice run, and things seem to go pretty well, so I'm kind of hoping they'll go pretty well again as Philip comes by. Next weekend. Next week at this time, we'll be full bore into the conference. It'll be 9 o'clock. It's going to mean we've been at it for 12 or 13 hours. Hopefully I'll get a nap in at some point as Barbara comes by, too. Too bad Barbara couldn't join us. She thought about sliding down to Connecticut, you know. I'm still wondering if she's going to sneak down and not tell me. That could be fun. But anyway, so let's get going here. So as you can see, the Flyers on the road, they have a control of 6. Attack is 7, 9, and 8. And there's their power play, 9 and 5. Vancouver at home, their home control is 7. And we have a 5 attack, a 4 defense, and an 8 aggression. And their PK and power play is 6-6, okay? And I'm going to try to make sure that I can figure all this out here. So now, as this goes, so what's going to happen here is, see, their control is 6. At home, they're 10 control. So the control range is going to be 1 to 10 for the Flyers and 11 to 20 for the Canucks, okay? And the puck battle will be 12. So that's what we're going to be looking at here. So I'm going to start off by rolling our dice here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this. This is our timing, and that's going to tell us if we have a puck battle or if we're going to go to some kind of a control check, okay, is how it goes. Now, of course, or an attack sequence it should be. So, of course, now I've already drawn a blank since I've turned on the camera, but that's how it goes. And yes, I will be playing some Stone Cold next week. That's why I'm practicing here. I got to practice on a lot of games. And Dave comes by, and you love this game. Yeah, this is a fun one, huh? This is a fun one. I still got some more seasons I got to get. I like the quality there. This is the one that Gary sent me, and they look really nice. All right, let's get going here. So first period action, and I'll try to get out of the way. The dice roll the best I can. So only 1 minute off the clock. Alrighty, and it's going to be a 1. So a 1 is less than the puck battle threshold. So that's going to be, that'll be A on my chart here. So, wow, 1 and a 1. I just noticed that. So that will be a control check, okay? All right, is that what it's called there? Attack sequence. Yeah, we roll the dice to see who gets control. All right, so red is going to determine the number, and B, the blue will be our defense, if I can get that out, okay? So a 6, we said the control range, right? 1 to 10 was the Flyers, so that's a 1 to 10 right there. So that's going to be a 6. And we're going to take a look at the defense. Now, the defense is a 4, so it's not very good. So they do not beat that. So the Flyers will get attack column A. And let's see who's going to have the puck. Okay, I like to roll to see who has the puck. So a 76 is going to be Bob Daly, the defenseman. Bob Daly. And we're going to get attack column A. So we're going to roll the dice here. 22. And an attack of 5+ scores. There are 7. They will score. So Bob Daly. So the Flyers will get a goal. And that's going to be the defenseman, Daly. And let's see who's going to get the assists on this. So our first assist will go to 27, and that'll be Mel Bridgman. So Daly from Bridgman. And, we got to roll for the assist, actually. I'm sorry. There's a chart for that. So I need to roll for my assists here. There it is in the top corner. It's usually 2 assists. Yes, 2 assists. Random assists, okay? If a player is repeated, choose the nearest alternative. Okay, so the other assist is 64. And it's going to, Daly again. So we're just going to go Daly from Bridgman. How about that? So Daly, the defenseman, puts the Flyers up 1-0. And you know what that means? We're already digging into our bag of numbers. So the Flyers going to go from Daly, and they'll lead this 1 to absolutely nothing. I got to make sure I have all my other numbers out over here. Remember the last time we did that with a baseball game? We ended up going like 13, I think the score was. So it's like, yay. I've got to be ready for all this stuff. All right, 1-0 Flyers. We're only a minute into this game. And we are in the first period. So let's continue on here. And we will get my mouse out of the way. Oh, I don't want to wreck anything here. I want to click. Yep, there I'm back. I have this mouse that's got buttons on the side, and it goes left and right on your browser. And I was like, as soon as I picked it up, I says, I'm going to be backing out of this. Luckily, it keeps on going. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking. It's the only thing I don't like about this mouse. Scott comes by, and Todd as well, and showing some love for the Stone Cold here. Yeah, this is a very fun game. I don't know if I can shut that off on the mouse, because sometimes my thumb hits it and I'm like, where am I? And I backed up on the browser, or I went forward or something. All right, so let's continue on. 1-0 for the Philadelphia Flyers in the first minute of the game. And so now we have 6 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're in the 13th minute. 3, it's going to be another, what are we going to call this now? An attack sequence, but it's a control check, really. All righty, so on the red die, an 8. Flyers again will control. So the Flyers will control. And a 4. This time they meet the defense. So it's going to be attack column D. Let's see who's going to have the puck. 95 is going to be Andre Dupont. So another defenseman with the puck. Andre Dupont on column D with an 82. Defending stamina 9+. Yes, they're 10. It's going to be no shot. So it's going to be taken away, so DuPont cannot get the shot away, and we shall continue on. And, boy, everybody liking the Stone Cold here. Yeah, Scott, I think I had a Scott comes by, and Todd likes it, and Eddie comes by. Good to see you here. As I'm practicing some of these games so I can get ready for the conference next week, and so if I show somebody how to play, I remember how to play. So you'll be seeing me recap a whole bunch of games this weekend. So we have 3 minutes off the clock. Oh no, I'm sorry. That last one was a Philadelphia and DuPont and no shot. Okay, so we have 3 off the clock. So now we're halfway through the period. A 4 is going to be another control check, if you will, or I keep calling it a control check. It's not, but it kind of is. Attack sequence. So let's see who's going to get... What do they call it here? So it's an attack sequence. Control die. I'm going to call it control sequence. Yeah, because you got to see which team controls the puck. All right, that's what I'm... So it's going to be a control. I am going to call it control. It's either puck battle or control. Here we go. And... no, we have to determine if it's a puck battle, right? Yep. So 12... No, we already determined. Okay, I'm getting messed up here. That's my timing. That's my check. It's a control check. So now we're on to this. All right, control die is red, and it's going to be a 12. So that's going to be Vancouver this time. So Vancouver's going to have it. And a 3, no, Philadelphia makes the play. So column D. All right, so Vancouver, column D. All righty. And who has the puck for Vancouver? 16. And it's going to be Ron Settlebauer. PJ probably knows that is. I don't know a Rod Settlebauer. But he has the puck in column D, a 41. 41 says, good check and open ice disrupts the play. So absolutely nothing happening there for Vancouver as they take the puck for the first time. Alrighty, I'll get in the groove. I really will. It's been a while. All right, so I got a 1 minute off the clock and a 4. That's still not a puck battle. We haven't had a puck battle yet, so that'll be a control check to see which team gets control of the puck. A 7 is going to be Philadelphia. And an 18, oh, that's going to destroy the defense. So Philadelphia is going to get attack A. And let's see who has the puck here. So it's going to be 45. Mel Bridgman with the puck. So Mel Bridgman, and he'll be shooting or attacking from column A. Ooh, that looks pretty good. A 23. 23 says, are they attack 5+? Yes, they are. They will score. So Bridgman scores. And, wow, just like that, this game, I told you I had to get my numbers out. This game is 2-0 Flyers. Kind of figured that. These two teams played in the playoffs that year, and Flyers really kind of took it to them. So, we'll leave it like that. And it's 2-0 for the Flyers. So, that's a goal. And we said it was Bridgman, right? So Bridgman with a goal and an assist already. So let's see who's going to assist on this. So I have an 18, and that's going to be 2 assists. So let's see who assists on the Bridgman goal. So we have a 77. That's going to be Daly. Holy cow. Daly from Bridgman, and then Bridgman from Daly. So this has been a big night for those guys here on the road. And we have an 82, and that's going to be Dennis Ververgaert. Alrighty. Now, there's different ways of doing assists. You try to get the nearest forward, but here it says 2 random assists, so I'm going to stay down here to Ververgaert. So, Bridgman from Daly and Ververgaert, and it's now 2-0 for the Flyers here. And we're still in the first period. And Glenn comes by. Hi, Glenn. I'm trying to follow the chat room here without knocking off my mouse pad again. So there's Glenn right there. David C. comes by. I don't think Al's coming. No, Al said he wasn't coming. Or at least that's the last I heard of it. And Eddie says, this is my first time to see Stone Cold. I'm a newbie to hockey. This is a great game. Either shootout or Stone Cold is a great way to get into hockey. And this is very easy cards and dice game. Yeah, I'll walk you through it, Eddie. And yeah, Stone Cold the shootout. That's what Glenn said. Yeah, and yeah, this is definitely one of the easier games to play. Yep, and shootout's fun too. They just released 24-25 today for shootout, so that's out on the in the wild right now. Stone Cold is fantastic, and it offers fictional if you like that. Yeah, all right. So let me walk you through what we're doing here, okay, Eddie, so you can follow along. So each team has ratings. So we have obviously home and away control factor. And Philadelphia's away, so their control is 6, which is less, and Vancouver's home is 7. On the chart, which is right here, you look at the control range. And what's the difference between the home and the visitor? So right now it's 7-6 in favor of the home, so you go to +1, okay? So that means when you're rolling for control of the puck, 1-10 is the visitor and 11-20 is the home team. Now, as you can see, if the team is better, so let's just say Vancouver was 5 or 6 better with the control range, the visiting control range would fall to 1-8, and then the home would be 9-20. So there's more chance for the home to get it because they have a better control number, okay? What you also do is look at the aggression, and you add them. So we have 8 and 8, that's 16. You come over here, 16 says 12 or more for a puck battle. And I'll show you what that means. So this is the 2 things you need to set up. Your control range and your puck battle. So as I mentioned, I get 1-10 for the visitors, 11-20 for the home team. And my puck battle right now is 12. And these things can change during the game depending on what happens. So I'm going to roll through a couple of rolls here real slow. Again, it's 2-0 Philadelphia. So what we're going to do is you roll. Again, I roll different colored dice for different things, so we're going to do this right here. So I have a 3 and a 1. What does this mean? That's how many minutes come off the clock. So I'm going to come over to my score sheet, and I'm going to circle 3 minutes. And so now we got about 6 minutes and change to play here in the first period. And again, it's 2-0. This is a very basic score sheet here. So we're at the 6 minutes marked and change to go here in the period. So that's what this die does. 1 to 6 minutes will come off the clock. Then you look at this. And again, remember we talked about our puck battle? So that's what we're checking here for puck battle. 12 or higher, and we go to the puck battle chart. Less than 12, then we're going to go to a control check. So it is less than 12. So it's not going to be a puck battle, it's a control check. So now what we do is roll 2 dice. We have a red and a blue, 20-sided. The red's going to determine who gets the puck, and the blue is the defensive check. So red is 6. So again, our control, 1 to 10, is going to be visitors. So the Flyers get the puck. A 19. We're checking against the Vancouver defense. All they got to do is meet or beat it. And guess what? They can't. The 19 blew it away. So that means we're going to go to column A. If this was 4 or less, we would go to column D. So you got A, B, C, D. A being the best, D being the worst. Very, very few scoring chances on D. So if I go to column A, and let me roll my dice and see what happens here. So that's kind of how this plays out. 3 minutes off the clock. 1 is not a puck battle. It's a control check. The control is number 6. That'll go to the visiting team. And 19 beats the defense. So that's going to tell us what chart we're looking at. So I'm going to roll my dice to see. I like to see who has the puck. It's an extra step, but I like it. Sometimes it's unnecessary, but I still like it. So I have a 49 on my percentile die. So I come over here. And I go to the scores, and I go 49 is going to be Paul Holmgren has the puck. Okay, that's what 49 says. Paul Holmgren. I don't know if you can see that very well, but 49 for Philadelphia is Paul Holmgren underscores. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm rolling off a column A, and again it's percentile dice. So Paul Holmgren has the puck, column A for the Flyers. And I roll a 49. So I go to column A, and a 49 is right here. An attack 11 plus scores on a hard wrist shot. So Holmgren will score if they're attack 11. They're attack 7. Okay, so much like a play game, you go like this. You go over the next one. Are they attack 9 or 10? Nope, they're attack 7. Are they attack 7 or 8? Well, yes, they are. They are attack 7 or 8. So he's going to get a point chance. Okay, and if they were not 7 or 8, the goalie just makes the save. So we're going to go to point chance. Now over here, this is the chances. You got your point, your slot, and your crease, if you can see that. Okay, crease is the best, slot is a little further out, and then the point is the blue line shot. So we said it was, I think we said it was Holmgren, right? Paul Holmgren had the puck. We rolled back-to-back 49s. How funny is that? So Paul Holmgren is going to have the puck, so I'm going to write down that Philadelphia has the puck, and Holmgren has it. So I'm going to call him A, Holmgren. And we're going to roll the dice here. We said it was a point, right? We said it was a point chance. So now the goalie, Glenn Hanlon, is an 8. All right, so if I look at my chance from the point, 8 plus makes the save. So right here is my chance. So from 0 to 29 will be a goal, because 30 and above, again, he's an 8, and everything down here he will beat. So Hanlon is an 8. So I need to roll 0 to 29 for this to be a goal. All righty. 0 to 29 for a goal, and I roll a 6, and that is a goal. All right, so if I look at my chart here, a 6 from the point says a goalie 12 and above makes the save, and we're not 12 or above, okay? So that's going to be a goal. So 3-0 Flyers as Holmgren scores, and we shall get our assists. So this is turning into a blowout here in Vancouver. So let me see who gets our assists. Now I'm going to roll here on my chart, okay? And, I got a 20. Not that that matters. So you got an assist chart here. 1 is unassisted. 2 to 5 is 1 assist, and it tells you who to look for. 6 to 9, you want to get nearest forwards. And then over here, it's kind of random. Just about anybody can get it, you know. So we're going to go 2 assists. And you try not to get the same the same position, okay? So we're going to get 2 assists here. So let's roll the dice, and we're going to look on the assist column, and I got a 13. So Holmgren gets the goal. He's a right wing. So a 13 is Rick McLeish, who's a left wing, and we'll go with that. So Holmgren from McLeish. And our second assist is going to be 34, and that will be Bridgman. So we have a right winger with the goal, a left winger in the center with the assist, and that's what you want. You don't really want the same position because they wouldn't be out there. So Bridgman having a big game. So McLeish and Bridgman. So it is 3-0 Flyers. So Daly from Bridgman, Bridgman from Daly and Vervegart, and now Holmgren from McLeish and Bridgman. So Bridgman with a goal and 2 assists right now for the Flyers, and they lead 3-0. So that's kind of how the sequence goes. Hopefully I'm explaining it okay. So here we go one more time. So this is our time in our puck battle control check. So 4 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, now we're down to about 2 minutes and change to go in the period. 5, and again, our target is 12 or above for a puck battle. We're below that. So now we're going to roll the dice to see who gets the puck, and we're going to do the defensive check at the same time. So 1 to 10 for the Flyers. 15, this time Vancouver gets it. And a 9 is going to be tied with the defense. So unfortunately for Vancouver, they're going to be rolling off of column D because the defense is nice and big with a 9, and they made the play. So again, this determines if the offense makes the play or the defense makes the play. So that'll be column D. Let's see who has the puck just for fun. In a 53, the puck is going to be on the stick of Yuri Gillis. Okay, Yuri Gillis has the puck. Column D, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. And a 29, now if I go to my column D over here, again, this is the puck battle chart in the column D. And a 29 says sliding defenseman takes one for the team, takes 1 hit. Okay, so a defenseman blocks the shot or makes a hit of some kind of play, so they will take a stamina hit, and I'm going to bring down to 9, and that will come in at some point in the game as well. And again, over here is my puck battle chart. I'm not going to keep showing this over here all the time, but you get first, second, third period, and overtime, and it's just a percentile dice roll, and you come over here and get the result. So a lot of this stuff is determined by a percentile die roll, if you will, and it just follow along. And what it does is it comes with a really nice flow chart too. All right, and that's one thing I asked Gary for, and I think he put this in the game after I had asked for it. I said, I need a flow chart, Gary. So again, you roll your timing die, D6, and then your battle die. Okay? Is the battle die equal to or greater than the puck threshold? Well, so far it hasn't, so it's been no. So we roll our D20s for control and defense, and then we determine who has the puck, and then we determine on which chart we're going to look at. You know, if we beat it, we go to column A. If we don't, we go to column D. If it's a puck battle, you go to the puck battle chart, you roll the D100, and you resolve the play. So this flow chart comes with it, and it's super. I really like this flow chart, and I'm glad he put it in there because it helped me in the beginning. This is first period. We're just out of the gate here, and the Panthers are winning 4-3, so they're going to try to tie that up right at make it 2-1. All right, so we are in the, you know what I could do? You know something, Philip? Philip, you just gave me a great idea. Philip gave me a great idea. All right, so how about this, Philip? All right, what do you think about that? First period. What do you think? Does that work? First period, 3-0? That actually works pretty good, huh? Nice job. Nice job calling that out. So we're in the first period, and here we are. Okay, so it's, so that's turn. So Philadelphia is going to take a hit. Okay. So now what's going on here? Ray comes by around the layout. I was watching some of that, Ray, while I was setting this up. That was fun. You guys do some good stuff there with all those giveaways, and that one there was a $300 train you gave away or something. Woohoo! You know. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Alrighty, so Philadelphia takes a hit. They're stamina 9. And we're going to roll here. Now, there's only 2 minutes left in the period. So anything but a 1 or a 2 and the period will end. And so I rolled a 3, so the period will end. All right, so that will end. So the score after 1 period of play, it's the Flyers 3 and the Canucks absolutely nothing. So now we're going to go to the second period. All right. And I will change this to 2. I like this idea. And good thing I got 2 different colored numbers. Al Wilson coming through, right, with the numbers. I tried to bring out the hockey scoreboard that I had here, but it didn't really fit with all this other stuff. Oh, that was a $359 locomotive giveaway? Wow. Their podcast is like taking off, dude. It really is. I got to get my podcast to take off. We got to push it to the limit. All right, so second period action here in Vancouver. 3-0 Flyers. Again, Daly, Bridgman, and Holmgren are the goal scorers, I do have a 3D gaming scoreboard. It didn't work with my setup here. I tried to get it to work, and I tried to balance the cards on it, but I think this works pretty good. I think you know what period is. I got my logos in. I got my stamina. I got everything you really need, right? Except for the goal scorers, which I'll let you know. All right, so we're in the second period here. Flyers at the Canucks. And so we got 4 minutes off the clock. And we got a 10. So that's not a 12. So it will not be a puck battle. So it will be a control check, if you will. So let's go to the dice here. Again, red will determine who gets the puck. And Vancouver will get it. So Vancouver has the puck here. And an 11. So there's the defense 9. So they will beat that. So they will get column A. So Vancouver in column A, a chance to get on the board here. So let's see who has the puck for Vancouver. 28. It's going to be Don Lever. Don Lever has the puck. All righty. So Don Lever with the puck. And let's see what column A says. Usually lower is better. Oh, 99. Okay. D20 split. Penalty shot granted. Okay. Oh, wait. This is a split roll here. Split roll. So 99 and a 9 is, okay. Is the attack greater than the opposing team's defense? The attack is 5 and the defense is 9, so no. If the attack is less than the defense, no shot. The puck is taken away. So that's interesting here. So what happened on this one here is I rolled the 99. So that's going to give us a split roll here. So that's why I had to do the 1 to 5 and 6 to 20, and I rolled the 9. So that brought me into the wee bottom here. And that's what I read here. If I'd rolled the 1 to 5, we would have had a penalty shot, and it would have been the shootout chance over here. So, yeah. So I rolled the 99, and sometimes you have some crazy things happening in this game. All right, so he's going to get, I'm just going to say no shot. And we play on. So Vancouver is squandering their chances to try to get back into the game. And we have 1 minute off the clock. And the 3 is going to be another control check. I don't think we've had a puck battle yet. So we have a control check. And we have a 15. That will go to Vancouver. It's, again, 11 to 20 on the red die is Vancouver. And the defense is 9. So, again, Vancouver can't get it. So it's going to be a Vancouver try from column D. Let's see who has the puck in column D. I like to see who has the puck so I can get the cards involved. It's going to be Settlebauer again because I have a 4. So Settlebauer from column D. And column D, 7. Ooh, hang on a sec. Column D, I got a point chance. So Settlebauer finds the puck near the point, and he will get a shot at the point. So from the point, shooting on Wayne Stevenson, who's a 10. I will need to score a goal 0 to 17. 0 to 17 will score. Otherwise, Stevenson will make a save. So Settlebauer fires this 0 to 17. Oh, it's an 80. And so that'll be a save. So Settlebauer is stopped by Wayne Stevenson. And we will continue on. Hopefully that you guys are getting an idea how this plays. Any questions, let me know. If I'm explaining it wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure that this is how the game goes. You just read the charts and follow along. So we have 2 minutes off the clock. And finally, we have a puck battle. All right, 12 and above is a puck battle. We have our first puck battle. All righty, so now what we're going to do is just going to roll. Is our first puck battle, Phillips. You called it. And we're going to go over here. We got a 5. So let me show you the puck battle here. So we're in the second period. So if I have a 5, it's right here. So we're going to do an aggression check, and it's going to be a minor penalty and a hit. So whoever wins the aggression check picks up the minor penalty, but they will deal a hit to the other team to the stamina. All right? And how that works is you look at the aggression, and you add it to the die roll. Now, since they're even, 8 and 8, it's just a straight-up roll. So I go, we'll go Flyers red and Vancouver blue, okay? And we have a 19, so the Flyers will win it. So the Flyers will take a penalty, but Vancouver will take a hit. All right, so we're going to get a Philadelphia penalty. So Vancouver goes on the power play. Now what we do is we go to our power play chart, okay? Which is a little bit different. It's just a straight-up roll. So we have 2 rolls on the power play here. Now, I believe we look at our power play, which is a 6, and the PK is a 5, so it's going to be +1. So our power play advantage is going to be over here, I believe, okay? It's going to be a +1 column. So that's the column I'm looking at when I roll my dice. So again, we bypass everything here. There's no timing, there's no puck battles, no anything. It's a straight-up roll on the power play chart, and it's 1 minute at a time, okay? So let's roll the dice here. So we have a 38. In a 38, if I look over here on my chart, under +1 for the power play team, a 38 is right here. Minor penalty. It's going to be a 2-man advantage, okay? So pressure, forces, and error, it's a 2-man advantage. If we already had a 2-man advantage, we would score. So we have a 2-man advantage. Oh, boy. So we have another penalty on Philadelphia. Now, on a 2-man advantage, I just read that. There's something you do on a 2-man advantage. Hang on one second, because I haven't played this in a while. And, of course, as you know, as soon as things come up and I play online, I get all the weird stuff. What do you do on a 2-man advantage? On a 2-man advantage. Boy, I don't want to take up. 2-man advantage. Shift 2 columns in favor. Okay, so shift 2 columns. So it looks like instead of column 1, I'm going to be over here. For 1 roll, I'm going to be in column 5, which is the best. The best a man can get. All right, so it's going to be the second roll of the power play, and this is a 2-man advantage. So I'm going to say 2-man advantage. And here we go. So Vancouver on a 5-on-3, a 34. That should be good. It's going to be a slot chance. All righty. So who's going to have the puck here on the power play? We have. I should have. Dave's point. I should have seen who got the penalty. I'll do that in 1 second. So a 15 is going to be Settlebauer. So Ron Settlebauer, and he's going to have it in the slot. Now in the slot, against a 10 goalie, 0 to 25 is a goal. 0 to 25 will be a goal in the slot. Okay, 0 to 25. Settlebauer. No, it's a 99, and that's a save. So, that's going to be a save. Yes, I forgot about that. On the penalties, optional if you want. Again, this game really doesn't keep track of penalties, but if you wanted to see who got the penalty, you would roll. And so a 27 would be Paul Holmgren would have got the first penalty, and the second penalty is 37, and it would have been Ben Wilson. So Holmgren and Wilson would be sitting in the box. Again, you don't really get accurate penalties in this game, so it's not like you can say, the power play was this or that and the other thing. Again, it's and the game tells you that what it does do and doesn't do. So sometimes I don't bother rolling for the penalty because there's really no stats per se for that, but if you wanted to for aesthetic purposes, you could do that. All right, so now we're back to a 1-man advantage, so that's going to be a save by Stevenson. So we go back to our +1 chart on the power play. 97, that is not good. That is terrible. And it's going to be, they will kill this power play. Yep, they'll kill this time slot. So it's going to be a penalty kill, and that is that. So we're back to full strength now. Vancouver blowing a 5-on-3 advantage, and the crowd here is booing their home team. So let's keep this going. So we have 4 minutes off the clock. So 1, 2, 3, 4. A little more than 6 minutes ago. 6 says control. We go here. Again, red die is a 15. So that'll be Vancouver. A 15 beats that. So Vancouver is going to get it here. And they'll be reading off of column A. All right, now can they get on the board? Who has the puck here? Settlebauer. Again, he's had all the chances. Man of 1,000 chances, and he hasn't scored. Settlebauer now, column A, 38. And a 38 for column A tells me an attack 9 scores. No, they're attack 5. And I go all the way down here. It's going to be a point chance. So Settlebauer from the point. And again, the point is the worst area to score from. And so on the point, I have a goaltender of 10. So only 0 to 17 will score. 0 to 17 will score. And it's a 72. And that's going to be another save on Settlebauer. And so far, Stevenson pitching the shutout. I said it. All right. Let's roll the dice here, and we have 6 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in the final minute of the period. It's another control check. This die does not want to do puck battles tonight, does it, Philip? All right, so puck battle check in the final minute of the period. That's going to go to Philadelphia, and a 16 beats the defense. So Philadelphia is going to get column A. So a chance to make it 4-0. Let's see who's going to get the puck here. 50. Holmgren again. So Holmgren, column A, Holmgren, 67 says, are they attack 12? No, they're attack 7. So, no, that's taken away. The pass in front knocked away, and that'll end it in the period. So no shot. Okay. So the score at the end of 2 periods, it's the Flyers 3, as there was no goals in that period, and the Canucks, absolutely nothing. All right, so let me change the period here. Philip, that was a good idea, asking me the period, because now I can bring out this, and now I can look real official, right? I can look like I'm real official here. Okay, so we'll continue on. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully I'm playing this correctly. It's not a very difficult game. It's just sometimes when Dave turns on the camera, like Steve Tower says, you just become a big dummy. All right, third period action here. And again, it's just, first roll is your time and deciding if it's a puck battle or if it's a control check. If it's a puck battle, roll on the chart. If it's a control check, see who gets control and do they beat the defense. And then that'll determine if you're starting in column A or if you're going to column D. And just follow along. Follow the yellow brick road. Here we go. Third period action here in Vancouver. We got 2 minutes off the clock. And again, it's low. It's a 1. So we're going to do our control check. Again, 1 to 10 for Philadelphia. And Philadelphia and a 5 will beat that. So Philadelphia, column A. Who has the puck that can maybe make it 4-0? 66 is Tom Gorrance. All right, Tom Gorrance, column A. It's 19. And do they have attack 4? They have attack 7. And Tom Gorrance with a wrist shot scores. And I got to change this now to make it 4-0 as Tom Gorrance buries the shot. And every time I play these things now, I got to go deep into my bag of numbers. Alrighty, so make that a 4 for the Flyers. And they are stomping on the Canucks right now here at home. So we said that was Tom Gorrance. I never heard of Tom Gorrance, but I'm going to make this 4-0. Goal Gorrance. And let's see who's going to get the assists. Let's find out how many assists and who. Yeah, Vancouver needs an upgrade. A 10 tells me it's going to be 2 assists and they're random, so it could be anybody. So a 5 is going to be Don Lever. Now, Gorrance is what? I'm sorry. I got to come over this side. Gorrance is a right wing, so a 5 assist is going to be Billy Barber. So Gorrance from Barber. I wonder if Bridgman will get another one. He's going to be our star of the game. And a 51 on the assist is the D, Ben Wilson. So Barber and Wilson will get the assist. So Gorans from Barber and Wilson, and it is 4-0. Flyers running away with this one here, and the stamina really hasn't come into play. It really hasn't. Where's our Vancouver fan? Oh, he's going to be mad at me when he tunes in and sees Canucks getting beat up. Right? He usually stops by, too, from Vancouver. Oh, maybe he's having dinner out there right now and he doesn't want to see this. I wouldn't blame him. 2 minutes off the clock, and again, it's just going to be a control check. Not a lot of puck battles today. These teams are not playing very aggressively today. And this is going to be Vancouver in a 14-9, so they'll get column A. So it's going to be Vancouver, column A. Let's see who has the puck here. Can they get on the board here? At least make it look respectable. 26. It's going to be Don Lever. So Don Lever, column A. Get something low, Donnie. That's a 1, and he scores. A wicked slap shot. Yeah, 1 scores automatically. So that's going to be a goal here. It's going to be 4-1. As a goal, Donnie Lever will score. And the Canucks are finally on the board. Let's see how many assists we're going to dole out here. We're going to deal out 2 assists. So our first assist will be to 10. And that'll be Lever. So let's get another one here. And a 20. And Thomas Gradine. So Lever from Gradine. And we got to get one more assist on here, I think. Yeah, they're finally on the board, huh? And a 44. So we got Lever as a left wing. Gradine is a center. And 44 is a left. So what they tell you to do here is, because we already have a left wing and a center, and I rolled another center, right? We're gonna move. They say to go up until you find a different position. So we got Lever from Gradine, and Pitt Martin will get the other assists. All righty. That's kind of how they teach you to do it. So, again, you don't want to have 3 right wings get an assist, 2 right wings. So slide it up, they say, to find the next available position, because these are the guys that get all the points. If you can't, then slide down until you get one there. Again, it's all kind of just subjective on what you want to do. But that's how they do it. I like that, actually. All right, so we got 4-1. So the Canucks are on the board here, and the crowd has something to cheer about. Now we have 1 minute off the clock, and we do have a puck battle. All right, finally a puck battle here. So we're in the third period now, and our puck battle number is 80. 80 on the third period puck battle says, a war of attrition. Both teams deal 1 hit. Boom, boom. If the stamina of either team is 7 or less, a fight occurs, and this can only happen once. It is not 7 or less. They're both 8, so there's no fight. So it's just going to be a bunch of pushing and shoving, and we shall continue on. Here we go. I'm going to bring this one to Connecticut. This is fun to play. This might even be a fun little head-to-head game. Each team taking a turn rolling the dice. 3 minutes off the clock, and it's going to be another control check. All right, so that's going to be the 20-sided die. And so it's going to be Vancouver with a 14. 11 beats a 9, so Vancouver will get column A. And let's see who's going to get this. Can they get back in this game? There's still time. 27. Donnie Lever again, trying to do it all by himself. So here's Don Lever, column A, something low, 99. Oh, there's the split roll again. Then we had the 99 earlier. And a 15 is going to be, now we already went through this. Is the attack greater than the defense? No. Is it equal? No. And so it's going to be no shot, because the attack is less than the defense. And so we are going to get no shot. And so Vancouver just rolling these 99s are just absolutely killing them in this game when they have the puck. And we got another minute off the clock. Now we get a puck battle. Alrighty, so puck battle. And let's see what happens here in the third period as these teams battling for the puck. We have a 13. 13 says aggression check and a minor penalty and 1 hit. So let's see who's going to get the aggression check. Flyers in red. They're even, so there's no adjustment. And it's going to be, this time, Vancouver is going to lay the hit, but they will go on the penalty here. So we have a Vancouver penalty. And if you want to see who it is, which I forgot last time. Oh, yeah, Vancouver has one. I'm sorry. Thanks for catching that. And so let's see who gets the penalty. We have a 37 on the penalty side, and it's going to be Harold Sneps will pick up the penalty here So Vancouver, Harold Snips. He was a decent player, too. Just a bit of a goon. All right, so let's pull out my power play chart. Thanks for pointing out that. Yeah, I got to get on these scorekeepers. They're so slow in adjusting the score for me. I didn't think Vancouver was going to score. I didn't have the one ready, if you will. All righty. So, power play Flyers. I got the power play chart out. And again, on the power play chart, it's 1 minute per roll. And again, you look over here. So we have a 9 versus 6. So we'll be going to the middle column here because they're +3. So I will be in the middle column here for this Philadelphia power play. We have an 8. Oh, my gosh. And an 8 is a goal. Just like that. We don't even sit down in our seats, and that's a goal. Who's going to get the goal here? And that's going to be a 34. And Mel Bridgman again. So a power play goal makes it 5-1. And Bridgman picks up his second of the game. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists in this game. He'll be our number 1 star for sure. And we're going to get 2 assists on this power play goal. So we have a 17. So Bridgman is a center. McLeish is a left wing. So Bridgman from McLeish. And the second assist will go to... We're going to go to Reggie Leach because we already have a left wing. It would normally be Barbara, but we're going to go to Leach. All right, because we want to have different positions. So guess what I got to do? I got to dig out the 5. Imagine that, 5 goals in a hockey game. Every time I do the scoring here, I get cursed. And we got a 5. All right. So Philip doesn't have to remind me this time. All right. 5-1 here. Yeah, Kevin, you got to get this game. This is a fun one. It's really inexpensive. It's really fun. I like the cards. You can get the PDS, but the cards you get from Gary, I don't know if he's still making them, but boy, they are super. All right, so let's continue on here. We got about 10 minutes to go. And Fenner's got to fix some plumbing issues at his place. Yeah, you got to get that going. You don't want any plumbing issues. 6 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, all I do is just make my circles down here. So I got 4 minutes to play in the third period. 9, it's not going to be a puck battle. It's still going to be a control check. So let's see what we got here. So we have... Oh, yeah, Randy says you can divide the number in half for the power play. I forgot about that. That's another optional thing. So whatever number you roll here, you cut it in half, and that gets you more of the better guys out on the power play. That's something you can do, too. So it's going to be Philadelphia, and a 6 is bigger than the defense here. So it's going to be Philadelphia, column A. Let's see who has the puck for the Flyers. See if they can make it 6-1. A 43 is going to be Blake Dunlop. So you have Dunlop Tires with the puck. Column A, 61, column A. And that tells me, are they attack 12, 10, 11? No. Are they attack, what did I say, it was 61? Are they 8 or 9? No, they're attack 7, so that shot's going to be wide, so no shot. All righty, but there's only a few minutes left, so this could end the game. And the Leafs, what's the score of the Leafs Panthers? Are they still playing? It was a close game. 6 minutes off the clock, and as you can see here, what's going to happen is because it's a blowout, there's no empty net sequence here. And so we go 1, 2, 3, and that'll be the end of the game. So as you can see, what happens in here is you roll the dice and you stop to check to see what happens, and you got a handful of things, and that is that. So our final score here in Vancouver. It is the Flyers 5 and the Canucks 1. And that is that. Our star of the game, obviously, is going to be Mel Bridgman. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists. Anybody else I want to add on here? Daly had a goal and assist, and McLeish had a couple of assists. So those will be our 3 stars of the game. So let's do another one here, and I'll show you how I set it up from start to finish. See if I can get a little bit better of a game here. Let me check 78-79. Who are some teams that are decent here? Well, obviously Montreal's go, but they were way too good. How about we go with the Blackhawks, who are pretty good, 73 points. And how would go the Blackhawks and the Penguins? What do you think about that? What do you think about Blackhawks and Penguins in this one? All right, so here's all my cards here. And so there's the Blackhawks. And anything over here? There's Pittsburgh. Okay. So the Blackhawks and the Penguins. Again, I like my weird teams. So we're going to play in Chicago. Okay. So I need to set this up. So give me 1 second while I do all my handy-dandy work here. I need another 0. And I'll set up my score sheet and I'll show you how I do that. I need a blue 0. There we go. So there is that. And we'll take away this. And this is very important, by the way. You can't play this game unless you have these things here. Just letting you know that. All right, so I got to find my... I don't want that penguin, do I? Chicago should be on the top. I should have an old... Yeah, there we go. Old penguin. And Chicago... I just played Chicago. There it is. There's Chicago. Yeah, I can't play unless I have these here. The dice won't roll unless I have my logos. It's just kind of how the dice roll around here. Okay. So, we have Chicago hosting the Penguins here. Penguins are 36 wins. Chicago 29. So, Penguins are actually the better team here in this game, if you will. So, we'll put our stamina back up. Oh, so we need to fix this now. Right? We can't have... the wrong colors either, you know, so we have to have the right colors. So Chicago obviously will be red, and the Penguins will be blue, because I think they were blue back in 78, 79. I don't think they had changed to, I'm not sure if they had changed to the black and white or not. I think that came with Mario come around, so, and that was a little bit later than this. All right, so we got to have my my orange cream ready to go, right, because we got a nice cold drink for the voice. So we can keep this going. And let me walk you through the setup. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write down our factors here. So Pittsburgh is away, so their control is 6. The attack is 8. Defense 5. Aggression 7. And there's 7 and 4 on the power play. And our goalie... Let's roll for the goalies, shall we? So we're going to roll the dice, percentage dice. And I rolled a 50. So 0 to 65 is going to be Dennis Herron, and he's an 8. All right, so the goaltender will be Dennis Herron, and he will be an 8. Okay, now for the Flyers, the Blackhawks, their control at home is 7. They're 6, 4, 8, and then the power play is 5 and 4, and let's see who's in net, if it's going to be Esposito or Visor, and 32 is going to be Tony Esposito, because he's 0 to 78, so an Esposito is a 9. So that is my setup for right now. If I take a look at my thing here, so our aggression is 7 and 8, so our 15, so our total aggression is 15, so it's going to be 13 or more. So our puck battle threshold is 13. And now our control is 7, is 1 better than 6. So 7 is 1 better than 6. So it's going to be the same as the last game. 1 to 10 and 11 to 20. So that's going to be our key numbers we're looking at here in this game. And that's it. We're set up. All I got to do is put the Blackhawks back on the ice and we're ready to go. That's how fast it is to set up one of these games. All right, I think we're ready to go. All right, more Stone Cold hockey here on the table here on this Friday night. And Toronto ties it up, huh? Holy cow. So is that going to overtime? That's crazy. I was here the other night and the game went to overtime. I'm the overtime jinx. So what do we have here? No, still 6 minutes to play. So the Leafs win that. That's probably lights out for Florida. All right, so here we go. First period action here in Chicago again. Trying to see if I know some of these guys. I always pick the weird teams, as you know me. That's what I do. All right, so let's roll here. So what we want first is we want our timing and we want our die here. So it's 6 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes off the clock, and we got a 3. And again, that's less than our puck battle. This game is 13, so it's going to be less than that. And so it's going to be another control check. So again, our control 1 to 10 and 11 to 20. And it's going to be 1 to 10, so it'll be Pittsburgh, and the 16 beats out the 4. So Pittsburgh will get it in column A. So Pittsburgh, column A. Let's see who has the puck for the Penguins, shall we? And it's 88. Ooh, it's going to be Wayne Bianchin. I don't know Wayne, but Bianchin has the puck, and if I could stop hitting my cards here, it would not wreck the scoreboard. All right. So Bianchin has the puck. Let's see what he's going to do in column A. So we have a 27. Are they attack 6? Well, and as a matter of fact, they are. They will score a wraparound by Bianchin, and it's 1-0 Penguins. So they beat Tony Esposito, and it's 1-0. So let's see how many assists we're going to do and who's going to get them. So we have an 11, so that's 2 assists. A 65, so Bianchin is a left winger. And so we got Ron Stackhouse, a D. So Stackhouse will get 1 assist. I always liked Ron Stackhouse. I thought it was a cool name. And our second assist is a 50, and it's going to go to Pete Mahovlich. How about that? So Bianchin from Mahovlich and Stackhouse. And it's 1-0 for the Gwins. All right, here we go. All right, Chicago trailing at home. And we have 5 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes off the clock. And a 2 is another control check. Again, red die, 1 to 10 Pittsburgh. And, that rolled at the last second, so Chicago will get it. A 13 beats the 5. So Chicago will get column A. Chance to tie the game up here. Again, Dennis Herron versus Tony Esposito. We have a 36. That's going to be our player. Stan Mikita. Stan Mikita with the puck, column A. Stan Mikita. A 25. Are they attack 5 or better? They are a 6. Dan Mikita takes the drop pass and scores. And we are tied at 1-1. Boy, this game here, getting a lot of scoreboard action in here. Whose idea was it to put this scoreboard up here? You know what I mean? All righty, so they will tie it at 1-1. Stan Mikita will pick up the goal. Let's see who's going to get the assists on this one. So we have a 15. That'll be 2 assists. So that's going to be Mikita and a 28 on the assists. Mikita's a center. So that'll be George. I'm sorry, got to go to Chicago, right? So Mikita gets the goal. Mikita's a center. So a 28 will be John Marks, probably his line mate. So John Marks will get 1 assist. And the second assist is 43, and that will be Reg Kerr. So it's going to be Mikita. Oh, no, he's a it's going to be Mulvey because Marks is the left wing. So we can't go Kerr with the left wing. We'll bump it up to Mulvey. So Marks and Mulvey on the Mulvey bush. Here we go. 1-1 our score as the Blackhawks come back to tie it up just like that. Here we go. 2 minutes off the clock, and again, it's another control check, so 2 minutes. 1 to 10, Pittsburgh, and a 5, it'll be Pittsburgh, and the 10 beats the 4. So Pittsburgh, column A, not a lot of defense in this game. Let's see who has the puck for Pittsburgh. 15, it's going to be Peter Lee, not Geddy Lee, not Sarah Lee, not even Bruce. It is Peter Lee. And Peter Lee with a 32. Are they attack 7 or better? Yes, they are. Scrum in the crease. He pushes it over the line goal. Peter Lee makes it 2-1. And just like that, the Penguins have scored. All right, let's see how many assists. And an 8 says 2 assists. Choose the nearest forward for the first assist and then roll for the second one. Okay, so Peter Lee scores. So we want Greg Malone to get the first assist. And then 94 is going to be Gary McAdam. And I'm pretty sure McAdam was a former SEAL. Right? So we got 2-1 Pittsburgh here, folks. And we are off and running in Chicago. All right, let's continue the game here. 6 minutes off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're down to the last minute or so. Now we got a puck battle with that 18. So we're going to get a puck battle here. So in our first puck battle of the game. So I think we only had, let me see, I think I wrote down how many puck battles we had in the last game. We only had we only had 3 puck battles in the last game. That's how low I was rolling. All right, let's check the puck battle here. We got a 37, first period. 37 says, minor penalty on the home team, and the visitor takes a hit. So visitor takes a hit. Penalty on Chicago. And we can see who gets that penalty if you want. An 81 on the penalty says Dave Logan. So Dave Logan will pick up that, the defenseman, and it's going to be a power play for Pittsburgh. So now the power play here, so it's 7 versus 4. So I'll be reading off the +3 column. Alrighty. And I get an 85, which is terrible. All right, so that's going to be a kill zone. The PK unit kills this time and the next one, if applicable. Now, here's an interesting thing. Okay, so I'm in the final minute of play. So I don't know if that would carry over into the second period. Some would say that would just end the period, but some would say, well, that's what I rolled, and so that's going to kill the penalty. So I'm going to go with they killed the penalty. That's what I rolled. So we're going to end the period, and we're going to start up the next period with a penalty killed. Right? That's how I'm going to do it. So they killed off this one and the next one. So I'm going to play it kind of by the book, and if anybody plays it differently, if the period ends on that and you don't do that, then okay. So then here we go. So we're back now. So now we're 1 minute into the second period, right? So Pittsburgh's on the power play, but they blew that power play. So it's going to be anybody's puck here. So let's roll to see what happens here. See how many minutes off the clock. So basically what I did is I killed the final minute, and then the second minute of the power play here, I just killed that too. And that's kind of how I'm doing it. Something tells me that it should just kind of end at the end of the period and not carry over, because not a lot of things carry over. But that's something I can ask some people how they play it. All right, so I get 2 minutes off the clock, and we get our first puck battle, right? Because it's 13 or higher. So we'll have a puck battle. Second period puck battle. I got a 15, and a 15 says aggression check, and it's going to be a minor penalty on the aggressor. So we have an aggression check. So what I look here, aggression 7, aggression 8. So what's going to happen is I'm going to add 1 on the Chicago roll. All righty. So what I'll do is I'll go Chicago red. All right, just makes sense because of the colors, and Pittsburgh blue, and I'm going to add 1 because Chicago was 1 higher. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 to the red die, and it's going to be a 17-12. So Chicago will get another penalty here. So Chicago penalty, but Penguins will come down 1 on the hit, and the penalty will go to 67, and it's going to be Doug Wilson will get the penalty. All righty, so power play for the Penguins. Let me get my power play chart up. It's already up, so that's good to see. And so here we go. Power play for the Penguins here in the second period. And I got a 4. That's a score. I know that right off the bat. So it's going to be a +3. And, yeah, 0-11. That is a goal. So the Penguins cash in. Who scored this one here? Who's the slippery guy? Now, if I wanted to cut that in half, that's what they tell you. It's an optional rule. So it's either going to be Rick Kehoe or Peter Lee. I'll cut it in half for this game. And so we'll go Peter Lee. So, again, Lee with another one here. So it's going to be a a goal to make it 3-1. So Lee's going to get the goal for the Penguins. So I need to dig out my 3. All right. And we got an 18, so that'll be 2 assists. So I have 47. We'll cut that in half, and we'll make it a 23. And so Lee is the right wing, so Rod Schutt will get an assist. And this is a power play goal for Pittsburgh. And who gets the other assist? So we have Lee, we have Schutt. Oh, and a 97. We'll cut that in half, though, to make that, a 48. And Mahovlich. So Lee from Schutt and Mahovlich, and it is now 3-1 for the Gwins. Just like that. Alrighty. Let me get my power play chart away. It's kind of cursing all the penalties here. So we have 2 minutes off the clock and a control check. So we're going to go back to the 20-sided die. A 13 is going to be Chicago. And that's going to be a 6. And it does beat the defense. So Chicago is going to get it in column A. Let's see who has the puck. All righty. 84 has the puck. And it's going to be Tim Higgins. It's Higgins. So Tim Higgins with the puck in column A for Chicago. Right? 14. They're attack 6. Are they attack 3 or more? It's a score. It's a turnover. And Higgins slides it in past Heron, who was stunned on the play. And it's going to be 3-2 now as Higgins will put that in. And let's see who's going to get the assists on this goal here as he makes it 3-2. And so, unassisted. 1 is unassisted. So Higgins unassisted. And it's going to be 3-2 now for the Penguins. So we got a decent game going here. 13 minutes to go in the second period. 4 minutes off the clock. And a puck battle finally. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a puck battle. So we're in the second period. We'll check the puck battle. We got a 29. And a 29 says, minor penalty on the home team, and the visitor takes a hit. So another penalty here on Chicago. And they've taken a ton of penalties here. This is the third one. Let's see who's going to be in the box this time. 73. And Bob Kelly. Well, I didn't know he played with the Blackhawks. But Bob Kelly's going to go in the box. I don't know. Is that Battleship Kelly? It might be. So Bob Kelly goes to the box, and we're going to go back to our power play chart, and we're reading off of power play 3. So here's the first minute of the power play. And we have a 15. And power play 3 says, score! Another power play goal for the Penguins. And it's going to be Peter Lee again with a hat trick. So Peter Lee is going to get the goal, and that's going to make it 4-2. So Lee with a power play goal. And boy, we're going through the numbers today, aren't we? I thought with hockey I'd have less use of numbers, but much like my baseball games, we tend to run them up. So Peter Lee with 3 goals, Bianchin with the other one. And let's see how many assists and who's going to get the assists on this power play goal. So a 6 says 2 assists, nearest forward, and whoever else. So Lee, and who else we got? 81, cut in half, call it 40. So Kindrachuk, former Flyer. So Lee from Kindrachuk and Lonsberry. That's what we're going to do. Lee from Kindrachuk and Lonsberry. And it's now 4-2 for the Penguins. All right. Let's continue on, shall we? Second period, a little more than halfway through. Now we have 1 minute off the clock. And a puck battle again. All right, what's the puck battle say this time? 29. And this time it says, Minor penalty on the home team. Visitor takes a hit. Oh, boy. So another penalty on Chicago. Who's in the box this time? The power plays have been killing them. They got the stamina down, but... And a 34 going to the box is going to be Reg Kerr. So Kerr will go to the box. Power play here for the Penguins. I'm going to bring my power... I should just leave my power play chart out, right? That's what I'm going to do. And so we have a 49. And it's going to be, is the attacking stamina greater than the defense? Now, here's where this comes in. Is it greater than the defense? Well, jeepers, it's a 6, but it still is. It is greater than the defense. It's going to be a crease chance. Wow, even though we whittled them down to 6, it still beat it. So who's going to get the crease chance? 38, we'll cut that in half. We'll make that, 17? 18, 19. And we're going to go to Rick Kehoe. All right, so Kehoe has a crease chance. Rick Kehoe. Now, in the crease, to score a goal, Tony Esposito's a 9. So in the crease, we need 0 to 44. And Kehoe will score, and 25, and he will score. And another power play goal for the Penguins. Their power play has been very impressive. And they lead this one now 5-2. So Kehoe with a goal makes it 5-2 on the power play. Let's see how many assists we have on this one. We have 2 assists and all random players here. So we have 5. So Kehoe from Malone, right? Kehoe from Malone. And who else is going to get the second assist? And a 76. We'll cut that in half. We'll make that a 38. And shot, because we have to go up to a different. We have a right wing and a center, so we slide it all the way up. We'll go to shot. So Kehoe from Malone and shot, and there we are right now. We are 5-2 for the Penguins. Wow, this is getting out of hand. Too many penalties on the Blackhawks in this game. Oh, gee, it was another just 1 minute off the clock, and it's going to be a control check. Let's see if the Blackhawks can get this puck and get back in the game. Nope. 2 and a 4. They will tie the defense, so that's good enough. Tie goes to the defense. So it's going to be column D. So Pittsburgh with the puck. Who has the puck in column D? 71 is going to be Peter Mahovlich. And column D is a 70. And defender allows a weak shot for an easy save. So it's just going to be a save. And we'll continue on. And again, all I'm doing is reading the chart. Nice and simple. So we are going to have a puck battle. 2 minutes off the clock. We're going to get a puck battle here with the 19. So the puck battle is going to be here. And again, if I make mistakes, I apologize. I'm trying to explain it as I go, but sometimes I do make mistakes. A 79. Something different maybe. Make a stand. Both teams deal a hit. Dunk, dunk. If the stamina is 7 or less, and it is, we have a fight. So we're going to have our first fight of the game. So we're going to take our fight chart here. And that's what our fight chart looks like. Now, we're going to see what, do we have any, yeah, so we have, we have 1 and we have 2. Oh, I think I have to roll to see. Let me see. I think I roll to see who's in the fight, right? Yeah. Let's see who's going to get the fight. We'll start with Pittsburgh. So a fight in Major 66 is going to be Dave Schultz, and he has the heart or the shield. So Schultz, of course, and he's going to go up against 49, and it's going to be, Phil Russell. So we have Schultz and Russell. We have a fight. Schultz versus Russell, and they both have the shield. So I think that's how you do it. So again, there's a normal fight if one guy has a shield, and I think if 2 guys has a shield. So I'm way over here. I think that's how it goes. It's been a while since I played this, but I think that's right. If it's not, let me know. And what's this going to be? We have a 68. A 68 over here says That's a tough fight. Both players completely clutch with one hand and exchange savage shot. Both clutch. Okay. The game effect. Tension de-escalates. Add 1 to the puck battle and add 1 stamina. All right, so we're going to add 1 stamina to each team, and we add 1 to the puck battle. So that means our puck battle goes from 13, and now we're at 14. So again, these numbers can change during the game. So now the puck battle's at 14. So that settled everybody down is what happened there. All right, so we're just over 3 minutes to go here in the second period. We have Schultz and Russell in the box. So in theory, they shouldn't get any points for the next 5 minutes, and that will end the period with the 5. So the score at the end of 2, Penguins 5 and the Blackhawks 2. So we have Bianchin with a goal. Mikita tied it. Lee would score his first of 3. Lee with 2 power play goals, and then Kehoe with a power play goal. And Chicago got a second goal from Higgins, unassisted, if you will. All right, so let's go to the third period now. Having some fun here today. I think I am. Hopefully you guys are. And we'll start the third period here. Right? And 2 minutes off the clock. And again, we pushed the puck battle threshold from 13 to 14, so we're going to get less puck battles now. Even less than we did have. So it's going to be 2 minutes off the clock and a control check. So let's go to my control dice. And a 4, so it's going to be Pittsburgh with the control. But a 2 does not beat the defense, so it's going to be column D. So Pittsburgh from column D. I like to see who has the puck. So we have a 26, and it's going to be Rick Kehoe with the puck. But column D is tough. Kehoe, column D, 46 says... he's knocked off the puck in open ice, and that'll be that. So Kehoe, no shot. And we continue on here. 5-2 Penguins here, 1978-79. 2 minutes off the clock. Oh, we will get a puck battle. How about that? 2 minutes off the clock, and we will get a puck battle. All right, so now we're in the third period, so it's a little bit different. Third period has some different puck battles. A 57 says, will to win. Both teams deal 1 hit in a battle for possession. Boop, and boom. Okay. Higher stamina gets a crease chance. So it's going to be a crease chance here for Chicago. So let's see who has the puck in the crease. We have 16. Ted Bully. So Ted Bully with the puck in the crease. He's shooting on Dennis Herron, who's an 8. So in the crease, 0 to 51 will be a goal. Can Bully score? 0 to 51. 38, he scores. Bully will score. And the score is now 5-3. So let's see who's going to get any help on this Bully goal. 20, 2 assists. Nearest. All right, we'll figure it out here. So 69, giggity. Phil Russell. So Bully from Russell gets 1 assist. And the other assist is going to be 84. And that'll be Mike O'Connell. All right. The Bruin manager, Bruin defenseman. 5-3. Still a chance for Chicago to catch him here. And they're winning the stamina battle. Something fierce. All right, so we have 2 minutes off the clock and a control check. Chicago needs a nice high roll. Nope. But they'll match the defense, though. So Pittsburgh is going to get the puck. And they'll read off a column D because of the defensive check. 75 has the puck, and we have Randy Carlyle. He went to Winnipeg at one point, didn't he? Randy Carlyle, column D, 49. And defender forces an off-balance shot. So it is going to say no shot. So Chicago defense getting the job done. And now, a minute off the clock. That's good for Chicago. 12 is going to be a control check. Chicago needs this puck. They need this puck to get back into this game. And they won't get it. 8, Pittsburgh. 18 is greater than that. Column A. So Pittsburgh, column A. Who has the puck now? 49. Shutt. Rod Shutt's going to get it. Rod Shutt, column A. Whoa. Look, I'm spinning out. And we have a 69. Giggity. And let me see. Are they 13? No. Are they 11 or 12? No. Are they 9 or 10? No. So we have a broken stick. And we're going to get no shot as Rod Shutt breaks his stick. All right, Chicago's still alive here. Only down by a couple. And so we have 2 minutes off the clock. And we will have a puck battle on the 14. So can Chicago make anything happen here battling? 64 says, battle back. Trailing team hustles to win possession. Roll column A. Okay. If tied, the higher aggression team deals a hit. If aggression is equal, both teams deal a hit. Okay, so the trailing team will win possession, column A. So Chicago will get column A here on the puck battle. This is exactly what they needed. So let's see who has the puck first. And it's going to be, it's going to be 0-0. Ivan Boldarev. All right, so Boldarev, column A. And let's see what he's going to do in column A. Oh, 62. That's not good. They attack 12. No. 10, 11, 8, or 9. No. And so it's going to be a missed pass. So no shot. So Chicago, much like the last game that we had with Vancouver blowing their chances. 3 minutes off the clock. And that'll just be a control check. It would have been a puck battle, but we bumped up the puck battle by 1. And Pittsburgh again, but the defense makes the play. So we're just going to roll column D. We're not going to see who has the puck. Column D doesn't have many chances. A 14, it's going to be a bad pass. So Pittsburgh wins it, but no shot. All right, now we're coming down to crunch time here. We might be looking at open net time here. And we have 1 minute off the clock. And again, it's going to be a control check. So chances for Chicago, if we can get some high rolls. No. Pittsburgh, column A. Pittsburgh, and then column A. So let's see what goes on here. We have 29. This is going to be Rick Kehoe. Kehoe, column A. 82. Is the attacking stamina greater than the defense? No. Is the stamina less than the defense? Yes. So it's going to be from the point. So a point chance for Kehoe shooting on Esposito, who's a 9. From the point, he will need 0 to 23. And it's a 28. Esposito with a fantastic glove save on Rick Kehoe. And he keeps the Blackhawks in this game just a little bit longer. Here we go. Oh, boy. So now that's going to bring us down to the final minute here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to be in the final minute of play here. So let's see. So I need to roll this. And 2. So we're a minute 20 to go. And we're going to take the goalie out is what we're going to do. All righty, so we're going to go to my empty net chart. And what I do for empty net is I think it's attack versus defense for the empty net. All right, let me just double check here. Attack and defense, yep. Okay, so it's the attack and the defense. So my attack for Chicago is 6 and the defense is 5, so it's a +1. So I'm looking at the +1 chart. Okay, so here we go. So minute 20 to go, net is empty. And let's roll our dice here. So we have a 55. 55 says no chance the defense clogs the lane. All right, so it's going to be no chance. So we roll here. We got at least one more chance to go. So that's just going to be, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left in the game. And, a 15, though. And Save made. That's going to be a nice save. So it's going to be a shot and a save. And now only a 1 or a 4 will save the game. And that'll do it. So, the final score here in Chicago, it is the Pittsburgh Penguins 5, the Chicago Blackhawks 3. And that is a look at Stone Cold Hockey. Very much enjoy this game. Been a while since I've had it on the channel, but there it is. And you guys got to see it live action from Turtle Boy. Hope you enjoyed it. That was a fun one there. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of comments. I'm sorry, I missed the comments here. Yeah, I should have done Blackhawks North Stars, yeah. Yeah, this is a small one compared to other ones, yep. Again, all you need is the 2 cards, and yeah, all you need is, the 2 cards, and this, all that stuff is extra for me, but that and the score sheet is all you really need. And that is that. You can even use, you don't even need the stamina card. There's room on the score sheet for the stamina. So, from Germany, good to see you. I'm a big fan of Rammstein, by the way. Saw them a couple of years ago. Was it last year? 2 years ago? Out here where the Patriots play. Is this game out of print, available to order online? I think it's still good to go. I know he took some time off, but I think he's back with it. And he's always updating it. I'm trying to see when the next season's coming out. And I got some people bringing some seasons to the convention, too, that I might pick up. So, I'm not sure if it's, it's PDF for sure. And, but the print might be sold out. It might be sold out. And the hard copy is sold out. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Duffer Man comes by. But, yeah, you get the PDF, too. It's fine. The PDF is fine. You just print out just like 4 or 5 charts, oh, yes, Shootout is available. Yeah, we just saw that on the website today. Yep, so that is that. Cut Historical has the PC game. It is very fun. Oh, good, we're going to overtime, so I'll go catch that. So I'll sign off here so you guys can catch that. No, it's not. But the PC game plays really fast. I mean, you can play, if you just keep clicking, click. And I think you can fast in the game, too. I'm pretty sure. But the PC game is fun, too. I'm hoping they make more print version. He was thinking about that, yeah. Very Stone Cold vs. Shootout, very, very similar games. I like them both for different reasons. I would probably lean towards Shootout just because I played it longer and I'm more familiar with it, and I've had a lot of good memories with that. But Stone Cold is fun for different reasons. I like the descriptions you get on the charts. It kind of makes you feel like you've watched a little bit of a hockey play instead of just getting the result like you get in Shootout. But Shootouts will give you shots and penalties and give you full stats, which Stone Cold doesn't do. But again, they're just kind of fun. Both are very fun. And I would, like I said, Shootout will get you all your stats. And I've done Shootout here on the channel. Even recently I did Shootout. And some scenes for Stone Cold are still to get printed. Yep. And the facts in Shootout are great. Yeah, I'm bringing Shootout to the convention. Yep. Well, you gotta, you roll for time, and then you roll to see who's gonna get the chance. Yeah, I mean, there's more rolling. Yep. And Boomer comes by, and oh man, I heard something about that. I don't know what all that is, but Boomer, I did hear something about that on the news. Like, what are they talking about? Chromebooks and I don't know. They do stupid things. Yeah, no, the Stone Cold and Shootout 1 and 1A. They're just fantastic. They really are. Yeah, you get some results from the charts and Shootout. Yeah. So again, there's no right answer here. They're both really, really good. And it has more of a narrative than Shootout. Yep. So there's the trade-off. With Shootout, you get all your stats and everything. You get pretty much everything. And the game, goes along in kind of a chronological order, and you can put in everything. And then here you get your narrative. And you don't get your full penalties. You don't get the full shots on net. So you don't have everything done for you. But, I mean, it's a very fun game. The narrative makes it fun, They're both great, and they're both inexpensive. Joe comes by. Hi, Joe. and Todd, thank you for coming by. They're both fantastic games, and they're both inexpensive with the PDF. You can't beat either one. I think for $20 you can get Shootout in the Season, and the same thing for Stone Cold. I think it is. I forget how much the PDF is for Stone Cold, but they're not expensive games. No, there's no fictional for Shootout. There is for Stone Cold, which is kind of neat. I have the fictional teams, and it is kind of neat. I'm not really a fictional guy. Again, I want to play Tony Esposito. I want to play, Pete Mahovlich. That's what I want to play. And sometimes I like the fictional, but sometimes, most of the time, I want to play guys I know. But anyway, all right, I'm going to let you guys run because we have a hockey game going into overtime. So you guys go enjoy that. I'm going to put everything away here. Thanks for tuning in as we get some Stone Cold hockey back on the table. As I'm going through all my games, you'll see me do all my games this weekend as I try to remember how to play them. Also, tomorrow at noon, we're going to be talking conventions here as we'll be recording live noontime Saturday, Boston time. That's tomorrow, May 10th, noontime in the Boston area. That'll be our local time. And if you want to check out that show. And I'll probably be on all day tomorrow because I'm home. It's raining out. And I got nothing going on, so I'll be doing that. So I'll be showing off some other games as I try to practice some of them for the convention. But I'm Dave, Studio B, playing some Stone Cold hockey here tonight. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a great night, and bye-bye.